Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Kaldheim draft. Now, I've been playing some Constructed, but I haven't gotten to play much Kaldheim because outside of these videos, I don't actually play that much Magic right now. So we're going to do a Kaldheim draft today so that I can sate my desire to play Kaldheim, and then we'll go back to Constructed. Rally the Ranks is very strong, but it requires you to be in a tribal deck, and I'm not sure that I'll be guaranteed to do that. Boreal Outrider, on the other hand, is a very strong ability, just making all of your creatures better if you have snow mana. So I'm going to take Boreal Outrider. Oh my gosh, it's a second Boreal Outrider. Well, I know what I'm doing. It's probably some variant of green snow. So we need to be sure that we're taking snow lands. Okay. There's a Highland Forest, which red is one of the colors that you can kind of dip into snow a little bit more frequently. Not going to be able to play a Great Hall of Starnheim. Replicating Ring is good, but I think we're going to take a Berg Strider. I really like this effect in the snow deck, and blue is the, blue-green is kind of the snow colors, so we'll take the Berg Strider. Okay, we've got a Sculptor of Winter, which is a decent snow creature. It also kind of ramps a little bit, provided we actually have snow lands to ramp with. I'll take the Sculptor. There's not a lot of green and not a lot of blue, which tells me that somebody else is probably doing what I'm doing. Here's hoping that pack was just light on green. Alright, we've got a Frostpeak Yeti, Behold the Multiverse, Bredegard Stronghold. Probably will not be able to splash the double white. Behold the Multiverse. I've got a suspicion that this card is actually fairly decent, because it's kind of like a glimmer of genius that you could potentially discount if you needed to use the mana for something else. But Frostpeak Yeti, it's reasonable. So there's an off-color Snowland. There's another Frostpeak Yeti. Priest of the Haunted Edge. I think I'm going to take the other Frostpeak Yeti here. I don't know for sure that I will be able to dip into black, but just as I say that, I get an Ice Tunnel. Which we are going to take because at worst it is a tapped island. That's a snow island. Run ashore. It's nice to have, but it's very expensive. I think we take a Broken Wings for the sideboard. Nodvold Recluse I could do the same thing with, but Horizon Seeker can help find our snowlands, but there's also a Glittering Frost. Glittering Frost can ramp us from 3 to 5 into like a Berg Strider maybe. I think I'm going to take the Glittering Frost, because it also synergizes with Sculptor of Winter pretty well. I will take a Snow Mountain, just in case I decide I do want to splash red if we get like some Frostbites or something. Highland Forest came all the way around, which is also good. It's a tapped Snow Forest at worst. Demonic Gifts, Kinseekers. I think I'll take the Demonic Gifts. Black is one of the colors we're considering splashing, and Demonic Gifts is a very strong card. I'll take a Roots of Wisdom, but I don't know if I'm going to play it. I mean, we do have a number of elves, so it's probably worth it. Alright, what are we dealing with here? Dragonkin Berserker. Boast abilities cost 1 less to activate for each dragon you control. It's 2 mana, 2/2 first strike, and 5 mana, make a 5/5 dragon token with flying. What are our alternatives in this pack? There is a Replicating Ring, Craven Hulk, Squash, Woodland Chasm. Yeah, I think I'm willing to take this just to see if we do splash red, because like this card is potentially very good by itself. It only really needs to attack and survive once. I got past a Battle Mammoth. I just got past a Mythic. So someone is very not in green. I've got to take the Battle Mammoth. I'd love to take the Avalanche Caller, but I cannot justify taking this, no matter how good it is, over the Battle Mammoth. Alright, let's see. Tyrite Sanctum. Target creature becomes a god in addition to its other types. Put a 1/1 counter on it. 4 mana, sack it. Put an indestructible counter on target god. Okay. Arnie slays the troll. Target creature you control fights up to 1 creature you don't control. Add red, put 2 1/1 counters on a creature you control. And you gain life equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Alternatively, we could take like a Depart the Realm, Raise the Draugr, or Snow-Covered Plains. I kind of like this Arnie slays the troll. We're going to be a number of colors, so I don't really want to take Tyrite Sanctum, even though it is probably good. Another Snow Mountain, Masked Vandal, Way Down, Wither Crown, Priest of the Haunted Edge. I think I'm going to take the Snow Mountain here. We could take Lityara Mirror Lake. I mean, the card is fairly decent. We are going to be playing Simic. Yeah, alright, I'll take the Mirror Lake. Okay, there's a Frost Augur, a snow-covered forest, which is a big deal because we don't have that many basics that are snow right now. But we do have a good number of snow creatures. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think I want to take Frost Augur because it can draw us a lot of cards. Okay, I will take Snow Island. I'm not really missing out on anything to do this, except maybe Grizzled Outrider. It turns out a 5-mana 5/5 is actually just a pretty good card in this format. Let's see, Draugr Thought Thief, probably not Brine Barrow. We don't have enough Changelings, otherwise Glimpse the Cosmos would be really good, though we do have at least one Giant. I think I'd take the Thought Thief. Interestingly enough, this card in multiples feels really strong when you start like Fate Sealing your opponent. I think Way Down is probably better than Smashing Success or Roots of Wisdom. I could also take a Notvold Recluse or even the Funeral Longboat, but I like having potential access to the removal. Tapped Snowland, this is technically fixing for us if we decide to splash black, so I'm going to take it. Skull Raid, Frost Peak Yeti. I don't think I can play a third Yeti. Skull Raid is a pretty decent justification to play black. Alternatively, we could just take Augury Raven. I think I'm going to take the Raven, actually. Depart the Realm, raise the Draugr. We actually have a number of elves, kind of. I think I'm going to take Depart the Realm. I like the idea of having the Unsummon. I don't know if I can really play 2 Way Downs. I will take Masked Vandal, though. Jaspera Sentinel does fix any color, and I'm not playing 3 Yetis, so I guess I'll take the Sentinel. Grizzled Outrider, 5-mana 5/5 is decent, and I guess a random 1/1 or 1/2 in our colors is fine. Alright, let's see. Redain, God of the Worthy. Snowlands your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped. Non-creature spells your opponent's cast with CMC 4 or greater cost 2 more to cast. Well, I wasn't playing white up until this point, but between Sentinel, Glittering Frost, I can probably splash Redain. Which is not worth anything, so there's no reason to just rare draft her. Is there anything else in this pack that would be better for us? Maybe just a Snow Swamp? Or a Snow, or a Sulphurous Mire? Yeah. I mean, we could take Rune of Flight. The Lindworm is probably not bad. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to take a Snow Swamp over Redain here. Blood on the Snow. Yep, this is a good reason to be playing Snow, especially in black. So we'll take Blood on the Snow. That probably means our tertiary color is going to be black and not red. We have a Rimewood Falls, which is good fixing. There's also a Blizzard Brawl. I'm going to take Blizzard Brawl because it's effectively a 1-mana removal spell that gives a creature indestructible and the ability to swing past blockers. There's a Cosmos Elixir. We don't really gain life, but the card is good. Highland Forest, we don't really need. We kind of have enough Snowlands at the moment. Rune of Might could be good, just as a cantrip that also like pumps our creatures and stuff. I think I'm going to take the Cosmos Elixir. I think the life gain drawing a card is probably a little bit underrated. Let's see, Giant's Amulet, Pilfering Hawk, Rimewood Falls. I think I'm going to take the Rimewood Falls. Another Giant's Amulet, Port of Carfell, Roots of Wisdom. I think I'm going to take the other Rimewood Falls here. We basically have enough playables. So unless we see something that's like absolutely going to be amazing in our deck, like maybe a Path to the World Tree, this fixes basically any color. We have all 5 colors in our deck in some way or other, even if white is only Glittering Frost or Jaspera Sentinel. Yeah, I'll take Path to the World Tree. This is one of the only decks I could probably play it in. Icehide Troll seems great. We can take another Sentinel. I think I'm going to take the Ravenous Lindworm. I think this card, I've been underrating it because playing the 6-mana 6/6 that just gains you life can help stabilize you, and I've kind of gotten wrecked by it a few times. I'll take a Pilfering Hawk. Horizon Seeker can fix our mana. Pilfering Hawk is just a flyer. I also do like Scorn Effigy, but I think I take the Horizon Seeker. Now I'm kind of getting heavy in the 3-drop slot, but Horizon Seeker does seem good. Pilfering Hawk. Roots of Wisdom in the sideboard. Nico Defies Destiny in the sideboard. Alright. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. I have to cut a number of cards. I'm probably really only splashing black, and I'm probably not really playing red at all. So I do like the idea of 1 Demonic Gifts. I don't know if I would play Way Down. We're basically Simic splashing black for Blood on the Snow, maybe Demonic Gifts, and then our other tapped snow lands, and maybe a Plains for our Path to the World tree. That's basically what we're doing here. So I'm going to cut the Thought Thief, the Brine Barrow Intruder. We're not playing Roots of Wisdom. And maybe I'm not playing Depart the Realm? I mean, we don't really have removal. We have Blizzard Brawl and Blood on the Snow. It's either we cut the unsummon or we cut a creature. And I kind of like our number of creatures right now, so I'm gonna cut the Depart the Realm. Alright, combine groups. Now we want basically all of our snowlands, except maybe the Snow Mountain. 3 black sources. Yeah, let's see what basics it wants to add. Oh, you know what? We probably should actually run this snow basic because we have Frost Augur, which can help us draw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green sources. Yeah, that seems good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources, which probably is a little bit too much blue. So I'm going to run the basic Snow Mountain instead of a basic island. Just to help max out on snow mana here, which I feel like we're going to need. Alright, let's do this. I'll see you guys in round 1. Alright. Here we go, Sultai Snow. Yep, this seems keepable. I think curving Boreal Outrider into an Ice-Eyed Troll is going to be great. The Troll with a 1/1 counter on it seems like it's really going to be ahead of the curve. Start Woodland Chasm, pass the turn. And unless we draw a 2-drop, we're playing the Mirror Lake. Okay, pass the turn. Opponent plays Herald, King of Skemfar. Gets a Finn the Fangbearer. We untap and draw Rimewood Falls. So play a Snow Swamp. Play Boreal Outrider, pass the turn. Opponent plays Finn the Fangbearer. And then a Rune of Mortality. They get in for 3, that's fine. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to have to watch it because poison. So play Rimewood Falls, and let's go ahead and play Icehide Troll. Troll enters as a 3/4. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent fights the Icehide Troll. Okay, now I think it is the time for trades. I know upgrading the... Oh, it has Menace, doesn't it? Never mind. I was going to say, I think upgrading the Grizzled Outrider is not as important, but I don't really have a choice right now, do I? Okay, so play Snow Mountain. Play Grizzled Outrider, it enters as a 6/6. Pass the turn. Problem is that Menace Death Touch, we have to block with both of our creatures, and they can kill both of our creatures. So block and block. Alright. Opponent plays their own Grizzled Outrider. We untap and draw Demonic Gifts. Play Ravenous Lindworm. Gain a little life. Opponent untaps. Rune of Might on the Grizzled Outrider. They attack with Finn the Fangbearer. Sure. We take 2 poison. Untap. Play an island. How much mana is this to activate? 5? Okay. Pass the turn, leave back the Lindworm. And this is sorcery only, yeah, okay. So we're leaving up Demonic Gifts, is basically what we're doing right now. Okay, opponent puts a 1/1 counter on the Grizzled Outrider. They go to combat. We're going to block down Finn. Cast Demonic Gifts. Take 7, go to 9, get back Ravenous Lindworm, go back up to 13. Untap. We draw an Augury Raven. Play an island. Green, green, blue, whatever. Make a token copy of the Lindworm that enters with a 1/1. Gain 4 life, and then foretell the Raven. Yep, go ahead and attack for 6. Start pressuring our opponent. Opponent plays an Old Growth Troll and a land. With this many black sources, I don't know if you should be playing Old Growth Troll. Okay, we draw Jasperis Sentinel. So, play Augury Raven. Play the Sentinel. And we're just going to pass. Like, potentially I could attack with the Ravenous Lindworm, but my opponent doesn't have reach. We can stay on blocks, and maybe get him with the, just beat him down with the Raven. Okay, they kill the Raven, exiling Herald. And they play a Koma's Faithful. We untap and draw Glittering Frost. So, Glittering Frost and Island. Pass the turn. Man, maybe I should have taken one of those Behold the Multiverses. Well, time for the naive block attempt. We're going to exile our 6/6, so we're going to take 4. We trade 7/7s. Okay, Blood on the Snow, please. Alright, Frost Peak Yeti. Play Frost Peak Yeti. Pass the turn. Opponent goes to combat, attacks us for 4. We take 4. Go to 9. We could double block, but then my opponent would still end up getting like a 4/4 troll, and it'd be a bad time. Play Horizon Seeker. Pass the turn. I think we have to take another hit from this troll. They're attacking with Koma's Faithful. Alright, offer to trade. Take 4. Go down to 5. We mill land, Masked Vandal, land. Opponent plays a Grizzled Outrider. We untap and draw Bergstrider. So we're going to play Bergstrider, tap Grizzled Outrider. Go to combat. Attack for 3 just so we can boast and thin our deck. Get a Snow Island. Play the Snow Island. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Goes to combat. Attacks with Old Growth Troll. So we're going to trade. Okay. They get it back as an enchantment. They play a land. We untap. Draw Path to the World Tree. So, play Path. Get a forest. Play the forest. Target our opponent. Deals 2 damage to up to 1 target creature. So hit the Gladewalker. Then we go black, red, green, anything, anything. That was pretty good. And we get a Blizzard Brawl. Target creature you control, target creature you don't control. If you control 3 or more snow permanents, creature you control gets +1/+0 and indestructible until end of turn, and then they fight. Well, that seems good. It's just slightly unfortunate because my opponent's getting a 4/4 with trample next turn, and we have to wait until then before we can cast it. Or we have to draw a bigger creature. Alright, opponent makes a troll. It enters tapped. Oh, they did that on my main phase. I should have fought. This is actually a mistake because now we're going to take damage. And if my opponent has a Mammoth Growth, I think we're done. Oh, they're just attacking with the 5/5? Okay. Well, we'll chump. I thought they would attack with the Trampler. They play a Draugr Recruiter, and then they're empty-handed. So we untap, draw Battle Mammoth. Battle Mammoth is good. So play the Battle Mammoth. Do we fight the 5/5? Do we fight the Trampler? Or do we fight the Recruiter? Recruiter can get back my opponent's best creature. I got a feeling we should actually fight the Recruiter. Go to combat. Attack for 4. Basically just to thin our deck. Get a forest. Play a tap land. Pass the turn. So if my opponent attacks, we have to block and chump. They don't attack. We untap. We draw blood on the snow. Whoa. 1 second. Let me read this card again. Destroy all creatures, then return a creature or planeswalker card CMC X or less from the graveyard, your graveyard, to the battlefield, where X is the amount of snow mana used to cast this spell. So I guess we either get a Boreal Outrider or a Battle Mammoth. Probably Battle Mammoth, all things considered. So play a forest. We'll say... I guess it doesn't matter. Go to combat. Attack with everybody. Okay, opponent trades, and then they block. Let's make sure we get that last land out of our deck. Opponent takes 3. Goes to 4. So then we blood on the snow. What creature do we get back? I think it's Battle Mammoth. It has trample. Opponent has to deal with it. They can't just play like a tiny blocker. Ah, yes, the old rare mythic combo. That seems fair. Yep. Let's run it back. I don't really think we have any adjustments we can make. I could bring in Broken Wings, but I'm not gonna. Well, we have 2 mana. Cosmos Elixir, we have a fight spell, an Augury Raven. I actually think this is a fairly keepable hand. Depending on what we draw for our first 2 draws, depends on whether we're going to play Augury Raven or Battle Mammoth first. Also depends on what our opponent plays. Play Rimewood Falls tapped, pass the turn. Mainly, if we get a second green source, it might be worth trying to foretell the Mammoth. Otherwise, we could do it on turn 3, potentially. Opponent plays a Skemfar Avenger. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Augury Raven. I've got a feeling we're going to need to fight that, and quickly. Opponent plays a forest. I would like to draw an untapped land of basically any kind. Island or forest, I guess. Okay, opponent puts a Rune of Might on the Runed Crown. Hits us for 3. We untap and draw Boreal Outrider. So play Woodland Chasm, play Augury Raven. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. Spends their turn equipping. Foretells a card. They do not attack. We draw Blood on the Snow. Play Boreal Outrider. Go to combat. Hit them for 3 in the air. Next turn, we can foretell the Mammoth and Blizzard Brawl to kill the Skemfar Avenger. I don't know why my opponent didn't attack there. Okay, they fight the Boreal Outrider. They hit us for 6. We go to 11. We untap and draw a Forest. Well, let's go ahead and Blizzard Brawl. Oh no! Oh, I miscounted my snow permanents. Alright, shame concede. I was like, I knew I played that Boreal Outrider for a reason. Oh, that's embarrassing. Run it back. Alright, well. We were probably losing that one anyway. In all fairness, I really needed to Blizzard Brawl to kill that, and we didn't have any other snow permanents in hand. So, yeah, we're probably losing that anyway, just a little less spectacularly is all. Alright, we'll play first. No early plays, but We got some powerful cards, so I assume we're going to keep. We do have all of our colors of magic. Play Rhymewood Falls tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest. We draw a Snow Swamp. Play a Snow Swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They play a forest. They also pass. We draw Despera Sentinel. Play Horizon Seeker. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an Old Growth Troll. Well, that kind of throws a wrench in it. Play an island. Play a Frost Peak Yeti. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a land into a Binding the Old Gods. So they can kill a creature. Yeah, they want to stop us from getting lands if we can, or if they can. They hit us for 4, we go to 16. We untap, we draw Horizon Seeker. Play a forest, play Sentinel, play Seeker. Then hit our opponent for 3. Okay, opponent gets a forest, plays a swamp. I'd like to draw one of our untapped snow basics, that way if I have to blood on the snow, I can at least get a 3-drop back. Opponent attacks with a 4/4. We do have a board wipe in hand that we should be able to cast in relatively short order, so I think I'm fine trading here. It's true, I could keep back the Horizon Seeker and then get our last snow basic if I needed to, but... So we take no damage, Old Growth Troll dies. Any land gets us to Lindworm, which is good. Okay, they're just going to make the troll now. And then have it fight. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Come on, land. Alright, Frost Augur is not a land. Play Frost Augur. Pass the turn. We will not be blocking because their creature has Death Touch and Trample. They hit us for 4. We go to 12. And play their own Ravenous Lindworm. We draw land. Do we just destroy all creatures now? We could get back a Sentinel or a Frost Augur. Yeah, I think we do. We don't get any huge reanimation play or anything like that, but we do answer 2 of our opponent's very good creatures, and we can't really afford to wait. Okay, opponent plays a land. We play a Draugr Recruiter. We foretell a card. Okay, I'd like to draw an untapped land, please. We're going to need to play this Lindworm so that they can't attack with the Draugr Recruiter and buy back a really good creature. Alright. Play the Lindworm. Gain some life. Pass the turn. This opponent has 2 cards in hand, 1 card for Told. It's probably the fight spell. Opponent plays a land. They were going to attack, but they decided against it. They play a Bloodsky Berserker. It was the fight spell. Okay. We untap, we get a Frost Peak Yeti. So, Glittering Frost. Play Frost Peak. It's possible I can race, but not with Draugr Recruiter out. We either need a way to remove that, or a way to really outpace our opponent. We untap, draw a forest. The concern is the Menace, really, but go ahead and attack with Frost Peak Yeti. Hit our opponent to 18. I'm going to hold on to this forest just in case my opponent has a Skull Raid. That way they only draw 1 card. Okay, opponent plays a Grizzled Outrider. I would like to draw some non-land cards, please. That would be fantastic. They're going to weigh down to kill the Yeti, which means they can get in for 6 this turn, take us to 10. That's pretty brutal. Now if we draw a fight spell, we have to kill the Bloodsky Berserker. And we're only drawing lands. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays Herald, King of Skemfar. And we've already used our Blood on the Snow, basically because we had to. Without that in our deck, we don't have a way to recover. Oh man, especially not with a second Grizzled Outrider. Yep. Well, we flooded and our opponent did not. Yeah, Sculptor of Winter is basically a land, so we're gonna scoop it up. Sad day. Alright, I'll see you all in round 2. Alright. Round 2, here we go. I'll play first. No green mana, which is concerning when you have a handful of green cards, but I think we're still gonna keep it. Problem is this Battle Mammoth is not coming down probably this century. Okay, opponent starts Notvold Slumber Mound. We draw another green card. Foretell. Pass the turn. If we could just rip a forest into a forest, that'd be great. Opponent foretells. Okay, well, that's a thing that can get us a forest if we ever draw a forest. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island into the Three Seasons. Milling 2 Volatile Fjords. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. Why did I do this? So they pick up 2 Volatile Fjords. Draw 2 for 2 is not bad. They only pick up 1. Okay, interesting. And then they play a Draugr Thought Thief. Gonna Fate Seal themselves. We untap. We draw green mana. Perfect. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent shuffles their grave back into their deck. They hit us for 3, we go down to 17. And they play a Mistwalker. We untap, we draw a forest. So, play a forest. I think I just cast Battle Mammoth, really. Pass the turn. Yeah, I'll draw a card. Sculptor of Winter. Well, that's something else to play next turn. Okay, opponent plays a land. Into a Rootless U. Hit us for 4. I must say Blood on the Snow is tempting here. Well, I can't play it right now anyway, but... we have 1, 2, 3 snow mana. I could make it 4 with Sculptor of Winter and potentially 5 next turn. So I could get back Battle Mammoth. So I think that's what I'm going to set up for. Path to the World Tree. We're going to pick up a snow-covered island. How much damage am I taking? 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'd have to have Sculptor of Winter survive, which means we're taking 9 and going to 4. Okay. I mean, if it's what we gotta do, it's what we gotta do. Opponent plays a mountain. Oh, you know what? This could go 10, 11, 12. Or 10, 11, I guess. Yeah, no blocks. Okay, we go to 2. My opponent plays a Sfella Ice Shaper. We untap and draw Demonic Gifts. Play Snow Island. So let's go Blood on the Snow, destroy all creatures. Get back Battle Mammoth. Opponent gets a Cyclone Summoner. Enters the battlefield. Cast it from your hand. Return all permanents to their owner's hands except giants, wizards, and lands. Well then. That's kind of annoying. Hopefully we can just fight that to kill it. Using like a Ravenous Lindworm or something. Okay. So, yeet. We untap. Draw Snow Swamp. Play Snow Swamp. Play Ravenous Lindworm. Gain 4. Blizzard Brawl. Pass the turn. And now we have a fistful of cards, and our opponent might have to activate Notvold Slumber Mound this turn. Blowing up Lityara Mirror Lake. Okay. We untap and draw Boreal Outrider. So, play the Outrider. Play Path to the World Tree. Get a Snow Mountain. Play the Mountain. Then play Boreal Outrider. Putting a counter on Boreal Outrider. Then pass. We're going to play a little bit safe. Opponent untaps. They crush the weak. Then they Frostbite. They play an Icebind Pillar. Wow! That sucks. Take 4 and go to 2. Untap and draw a forest. Well, play a forest. Cast a Battle Mammoth. Horizon Seeker doesn't actually save us, so we're gonna keep up Demonic Gifts here. Pass the turn. Spirit of the Alderguard. Search your library for Snowland, reveal it, put it in your hand. It gets +1/+0 for each other snow permanent you control. Okay. Opponent gets a Snow Swamp. Then they play Agar, the Freezing Flame. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage. If a giant, wizard, or spell you control dealt damage to it this turn, draw a card. It's pretty good. Okay. Well, we gotta basically play like 2 creatures this turn. Glittering Frost. Glittering Frost here. I don't think I have enough mana to activate Path, though. It's 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that is enough. We can't kill anything with Path to the World Tree, though. It does gain us life and make us a blocker. Draw land. Pass the turn. But my opponent could, like, just tap Lindworm, then tap Mammoth. Then we block 3 damage or 4 damage and then lose. Yeah, I think they got us. And Icy Manipulator is a good card. And Icebind Pillar does a pretty good Icy Manipulator impression. So, okay. Next game. I kind of want Broken Wings here. It's probably better than a Pilfering Hawk. I may even want to Depart the Realm, but... Alright, I'll play first. I can't keep a one-lander. This, however, I can work with. So we can use Path to the World Tree to get our Snow Basic Island, then play Frost Augur and hopefully start recouping some card advantage, which means I'm probably putting back a Swamp here. Okay, opponent starts Island. We draw Raven. So yeah, Path to the World Tree. Get a snow-covered island. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest into an Avalanche Caller. We untap and find a Rimewood Falls. So play Rimewood Falls, foretell the Raven. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an Icebind Pillar. Hits us for 1. We untap. Draw Pilfering Hawk. Play an island. Cast the Raven. Cast Frost Augur. And I'm going to kill that because that does represent a large threat. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays a Snow Mountain. We untap. Draw Demonic Gifts. Go to combat. Alright, opponent taps the Raven. Pick up a Frost Peak Yeti. Play Pilfering Hawk. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Spirit of the Alderguard. So they get a Snowland. It's a Snow Swamp. Icebind Pillar once again active. So we untap. Draw Boreal Outrider. Go to combat. Opponent taps Augury Raven. Pass to our second main. We're gonna loot. Discard, I think, the Yeti. Then play Outrider. The only reason I didn't play I didn't activate the Augur was there was a much larger chance we have a non-snow permanent on top of our deck, and I wanted to draw land. Okay, opponent squashes Boreal Outrider. Hits us for 3. Okay. We untap. We draw Masked Vandal. Alright. So we'll go ahead and Masked Vandal, exiling Icebind Pillar. They tap the Raven in response. We will use its ability and exile the Yeti. Alright. Let's go ahead and loot. Discard Demonic Gifts, play Highland Forest, and we'll go ahead and draw Glittering Frost. Perfect. Pass the turn. It's a lot of extra cards we have access to right now. Opponent does not attack. We untap, draw Rimewood Falls, go to combat, attack for 4 in the air, hit them down to 16, play Rimewood Falls, suit up the forest. Pass the turn. Opponent's turn. They play a land. Play a Mistwalker. Okay, look at the top card of our deck. It's a Snow Swamp. Untap. We draw Bergstrider. Play a Swamp. Play Bergstrider. Tap Mistwalker. Go to combat. Attack for 4 in the air. Hit our opponent down to 12. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They play a land. They play Svella, Ice Shaper, and then they pass. Frost Augur finds us an Icehide Troll. We untap, draw Sculptor of Winter, go to combat, attack for 4 in the air and 4 on the ground. Okay, they chump. So we're going to play a Cosmos Elixir and a Sculptor of Winter. Pass the turn, gain some life. Opponent untaps, plays a land. Yeah, my opponent is flooding, and we've been drawing like between 2 and 3 cards a turn, like for the longest time. So generally that's how you win games. Okay, we draw Frost Peak Yeti. I'm gonna go ahead and loot. Horizon Seeker, which we don't need. Go to combat. Attack for 3 in the air. If they make Mistwalker large enough to kill it, we can path the World Tree to kill Mistwalker. Opponent looks at the top 4 cards of the deck. We're going to cast a spell for free. I should have attacked with Bergstrider as well. I don't know why I didn't. Cyclone Summoner. Well, that's rude. All permanents to their owner's hands except giant wizards. So we get to keep our Bergstrider. Interestingly enough... Oh, it wasn't cast from their hand. Okay. Okay. So now, green, white, green, black, red, blue, whatever. Activate path, hit our opponent, kill Mistwalker, play a land, play Icehide Troll. Pass the turn, and next turn we're just going to swing. Okay, we gain 2, we're up to 22. Opponent plays a land, plays their own Icehide Troll. We untap, draw an Ice Tunnel, play an Ice Tunnel, go to combat, hit them with everything. And if this somehow doesn't work or fails, we can at least Blood on the Snow. Like, this does a panic reset button. Okay, they cast Agar, Freezing Flame. We can block our 3 biggest creatures on the ground anyway. They can't block the Raven. And that looks like lethal damage to me. We drew 6 more cards than our opponent did. That's pretty crazy. Alright, run it back, no adjustments. This is a very slow hand. I think I'm going to mulligan. This is much better. I'll keep... I'm going to put back probably just this basic forest. Okay, opponent starts Island. We draw an Island, play Woodland Chasm, pass the turn. So the idea here is we're going to play Pilfering Hawk on turn 2, we're going to attack with it on turn 3 and play Horizon Seeker. Okay, we draw Path to the World Tree, play Pilfering Hawk, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Mountain into a Mistwalker, sure. Draw Grizzled Outrider. Play Snow Swamp, play Horizon Seeker, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Mountain. They play Draugr Thought Thief. Fate Sealing themselves. Leave it on top. We untap, draw an Icehide Troll, go to combat, attack for 3. Okay, opponent trades. So let's go ahead and get a forest. Second main, play a forest, play Path, and we'll go get our Snow Mountain, pass the turn. Next turn we can play Grizzled Outrider. Opponent attacks with Mistwalker, no blocks. Take 1 or 2. Take 1. Opponent plays Agar, the Freezing Flame. We untap, draw Broken Wings, play Mountain, play Grizzled Outrider, go to combat, get in for 1. Opponent goes to 19, they untap, they play an Ice Tunnel, they squash the Outrider, and I believe that gets them to draw a card. They hit us for 4. We untap, draw a swamp, so we're gonna loot Lityara Mirror Lake, drop the swamp, play an island, play the Icehide Troll, pass the turn. Now we at least have a blocker for Agar. Opponent plays a forest. Glittering Frost. Okay. I may need to use this Broken Wings to kill Mistwalker. Nope, it's for Icebind Pillar. Okay, opponent taps the troll. They're going to get in for 4 again. Well, we go to 11, we untap. We draw Glittering Frost. So, play Mirror Lake. Play Glittering Frost. We say green, green, whatever. Destroy Icebind Pillar, because that card is going to be a little broken. Alright, pass the turn. Next turn we do have Path to the World Tree activation. I think we're going to loot to see if we can't hit Ravenous Lindworm and try and stabilize. We're probably chumping with Pilfering Hawk. Cyclone Summoner. Well, do that looting thing I talked about. Discard Ice Tunnel. It's looking pretty bad for us. Pick up all of our permanents. Come on, Blood on the Snow. We really need it. 4 damage, we go to 7. Untap. Draw Masked Vandal, which does nothing except block. Play Pilfering Hawk. Play the Icehide Troll. I could leave up Icehide Troll just indestructible if I tap correctly. Maybe that's better. Alright, pass the turn. Things are not looking good for us. Doomscar Titan. Okay. They go to combat. They're going to hit us for 6 this turn. So block here, block here. We basically half the top deck Blood on the Snow. I don't think anything else does it. Power up Icehide Troll. Take 6, lose Pilfering Hawk. Opponent draws a card, draws a card. They play a land. We untap. We get a Demonic Gifts, but that doesn't do it. Yep. Alright, I'll see you guys around 3. Man, 1-2 both times. No good. Alrighty, round 3, here we go. I would like to play first. This is a little bit risky, but in theory this works. So we're gonna keep. I'm gonna start the forest tapped and pass. I think I would like to draw an island here, so that I can play my Pilfering Hawk. Okay. Play Jaspera Sentinel, pass the turn. Land to be able to play Glittering Frost or Horizon Seeker would be great. Okay. Play Horizon Seeker. Go to combat, get in for 1. Okay, we take our opponent down to 19. Opponent plays a Starnheim Courser. So we untap, we draw an island. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Opponent is going to trade. Let's go ahead and get a land out of the deck. I think it's going to be a snow island. Okay. Play the island. Play the Pilfering Hawk. Pass the turn. Next turn we'll have Berg Strider to tap down if we want to. We could loot and play Yeti. Kind of just depends on what we draw here and what our opponent plays. Alright, an Axgard Braggart. That's probably worth tapping. An Augury Raven. Now let's go Berg Strider. Tap the Braggart. Go to combat. Attack for 2. Hit our opponent down to 17. They untap. They play a land. They play Redain, God of the Worthy. And then they play a Rune of Speed, so it can attack this turn. Sure. We untap. We draw Rimewood Falls. So go to combat. Attack for 4. Opponent takes 4 and goes to 13. Play Rimewood Falls, and I think we play Frost Peak Yeti. Yeah, we're gonna play Frost Peak Yeti. And then I could either foretell the Raven or loot. I think leaving up the loot is better. Okay. Opponent plays a land. Okay, opponent attacks us for 3 in the air, no blocks. Opponent plays an Axeguard Cavalry. And then a Basalt Ravager. Do they even have enough creature types in common? They have 2 dwarves. So why would they do that instead of killing like the Pilfering Hawk or something? Not sure. Let's go ahead and loot. Ravenous Lindworm is better than the Raven. So we untap. We draw Boreal Outrider. So I can pay 3 to get 2 mana back, and then play Boreal Outrider and give Frost Peak Yeti unblockable. So enchant here. Say can't be blocked. Go to combat. Attack for 7. Okay, opponent trades. Takes 3 and goes to 10. Then we play Boreal Outrider. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays a Runeforged Champion. Getting a Rune of Speed. It's pretty good. So they can put the Rune of Speed on something to give it 1/1 and haste, if they want. Okay, they put Rune of Speed on a Runeforged Champion. So we're probably going to take a big hit here. I can't imagine why they wouldn't swing with literally everyone here. Rally the ranks, probably naming Dwarf. So it's exactly 14 damage, meaning we do have to block. So trade here. We go to 3. Untap. Get another Frost Peak Yeti. Play the Lindworm. Go up to 7. And attack for 3. I expect some chump blocking in our future. Opponent goes to 7. They untap. Opponent plays a land. They play a Raven Wings. They get to suit up something. Something that we're probably going to have to chump. Okay. They go to combat. And they attack. I'm going to block with the Reach creature here. Okay, opponent plays Story Seeker. We're going to loot. Basically looking for blood on the snow. Pitch a forest. Untap. Draw a snow-covered mountain. Before playing Story Seeker, if they had attacked with Runeforged Champion or something like that, we maybe could have gotten in for lethal. I think now I basically have to loot looking for blood on the snow. Yeah, alright. Next game. I probably want Broken Wings here. And it might be better than a Pilfering Hawk. We'll see. Alright, we'll play first. All lands is not keepable. This should work. It's a little bit risky. I'm going to put back Frost Peak Yeti, as that's a card we're least likely to cast anytime soon. Pass the turn. Hopefully Boreal Outrider can help us get some powerful creatures out quickly. Alright, pass the turn. I would like another Snowland so that I can Blizzard Brawl. Opponent gets in for 1. We take 1, go to 19. And then they play a Story Seeker. We untap, we get a Snow Swamp. So play the Swamp, play Boreal Outrider. Pass the turn. Next turn we can play Horizon Seeker and fight Indestructible. Kill whatever our opponent's biggest threat is. Also worthy of note, we played the Snowland last turn because if my opponent was to play like Land Redain, it would enter tapped this turn, which would mean we couldn't play a Horizon Seeker and fight. Opponent attacks for 2, no blocks. They go up to 22. And then they play an Axeguard Cavalry and a tap land. We untap, we draw Grizzled Outrider. So play Horizon Seeker as a... Oh, it has to be of that creature's color. Oh, that was a mistake then. I should have tapped Rimewood Falls, the Snow Swamp, and the island. That was a mistake on my part. My bad. So the question is Axeguard Cavalry or Story Seeker a bigger problem? And I think Story Seeker is. So we're going to kill the Lifelinker, go to combat, and attack them for 4. Yep. Oh well, we made a mistake and learned something. This really seems like it should be if snow was spent to cast that creature, you know. Give it a 1/1, but that is not what it says on the card. So opponent plays a land. Alright, we'll take 3, potentially 5. We draw Battle Mammoth. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Boast. Let's get a Snow-Covered Island. Hit our opponent for 3. Play Snow-Covered Island. And then Foretell Battle Mammoth. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Basalt Ravager, takes out the Outrider, and hits us for a lot. We untap and draw a Masked Vandal, which is not going to be that useful here. We could attack, boast, and then play the 4-drop, but I don't think we'll be able to pull that off. So play Battle Mammoth and pass. Hopefully my opponent doesn't just have like a Raven's Wings and a Tormentor's Helm and kill us, or anything silly like that. If they play a land, they could activate Fearless Pup twice, and it could take down the Mammoth, which would be awkward. Opponent plays a Starnheim Courser. And a Rune of Speed. Pretty sure that kills us. Yep, opponent swings out. So we can block here, trade here, take 6 and go to 1. So we untap, we draw a Forest. Play Masked Vandal. We're not going to exile the Rune. Even though they could in theory... Actually, yes, we are. We're gonna exile the Rune because in theory my opponent could get it back with Runeforge Champion. Then we're going to kill the Flyer. Pass the turn, we are at 1. Opponent plays a Story Seeker. We're dead to a Flyer. They could just play a Flyer and give it haste. So, we are also dead to a Rune of Haste. Yep. Well, we gave it our best shot. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined, and remember you can follow me on Twitch. Same username over there as you find me on here. I stream Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, though the last few have been earlier. And, yeah, I don't really have that much else to say at the moment, I suppose. There will be more constructed after this. I just felt like drafting Kaldheim, because I like drafting Kaldheim. I want you to know that you're all wonderful human beings, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the viewership and kind words from all of you. It means a lot. So, I will talk to you later. Bye!